We are going to start with simple past. Do you remember simple past? Yes, right? Okay. How do we use the simple past tense? Remember that the simple past tense is used when you want to talk about past actions. Past actions, actions that are already finished, that for the moment, these actions are not going to happen again. Yes? And simple future. Simple future is when you want to talk about it's used to talk about future arrangement, predictions, probabilities, or actions in the future. Future actions, okay? That's the point. Now, when we want to talk about simple past, remember that we use an auxiliary verb, that this auxiliary verb is did or didn't, in this case in negative ways. And also for future we have two options. It means three options, but the most commons are where,
Will.
with want, or be going to. Be going to. Also, we have the present continuous as a future. Yes, present continuous as a future. Okay. Now, simple past tense. Remember that in simple past we have regular verbs and also we have irregular verbs. What's the difference between both? Regular verbs, remember that has three different pronunciation, and uh, the irregular verbs, these verbs change a lot. Okay, these verbs change a lot. Okay, for example, we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Okay, let's see right now. For example, if I say talked, in simple past is talked. But what is the pronunciation? The pronunciation in this case is with letter T. Talked at the end of this of sound at the end of the verb. Talked. Okay. When this is regular verbs, okay? These are regular verbs, okay? For example, if I say watch, simple past, watched with letter T at the end. The same, right? T sound, okay? Also, when I say study, simple past, studied. This is the pronunciation. Studied. Like play. Play, played with this sound. What happened with this verb? Look at this verb. Visit. In the past, visit is visited. Okay. In this case, with ed sound. Be seated. Be seated. Okay. Just you have to identify when are they going to be used. Okay. For example, talk, talked. T sound. Watch, watched. Study, studied. Play, played. Visit, visited. Okay. Any question right now? Let's continue. Those are regular verbs, okay? What happened? I'm going to select this one. Let's see. Okay. Let's practice regular verbs. Okay, regular verbs. Now let's practice some irregular verbs. Remember that irregular verbs change a lot. For example, an easy verb, drink. Simple past, drank. Eat. Simple past, ate. Swim. Simple past, swam. Come. Came. Buy. Bought. Okay. If you identify, we have some differences between regular verbs with irregular verbs. Okay. Remember that regular verbs has 3 different pronunciations, and irregular verbs, the verbs change completely when you are conjugated in the simple past, okay? Now, let's see some examples. Remember that we have sometimes expressions for you to practice or for you to identify the simple past, okay? Which are the times expressions or the expressions in the past? We have yesterday, we have ago, and we have last. Example, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, yesterday night. Ago, 5 minutes ago, 3 hours ago, 1 month ago. Last, last week, last month, last year. Okay. Now, let's practice with some regular verbs. My father watched TV yesterday night. My father watched TV yesterday night. I studied English at 11 a.m. yesterday. I drank, sorry, let's practice with she. She drank coffee 1 hour ago. My family and I went to the beach last vacation. So if you notice here, these are in affirmative form, okay? In affirmative, those are in affirmative. What happened when we say these sentences in the negative? What is going to happen?
We have to use the verb in the natural form.
Okay, very good. Yes, we have to add the auxiliary verb, and the main verb, the principal verb, is not going to change. Okay, now let's see. My father, wait a little bit. Okay, my father didn't watch TV yesterday night. My father didn't watch. Here we don't say my father didn't watch. No. Okay, my father didn't watch. This is the auxiliary verb, and this one is the main verb. The main verb doesn't change because we have the auxiliary verb. Next example. My family and I didn't go to the beach last vacation. Okay, and here is the same. We use the auxiliary verb, and we have the main verb. This main verb doesn't change. Okay, and what happened for questions? For question forms, we used first the auxiliary verb, that in this case is did. Did your father, or did my father watch TV? Here is the same. The main verb is not going to change. Yesterday night. Let's see the answer. Yes, I did. Or negative. No, sorry. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, always with the auxiliary verb. Yes, he did, or no, he didn't. If you want to say a long answer, you can say, yes, my father watched TV yesterday night. But if you want to say the short one, you can say, yes, he did, or no, he didn't. Great. Any question, any doubt?
Teacher,
Not sure.
yo,
Will with future is used to talk about promises, to talk about plans, something that you have scheduling, and also predictions, okay? Predictions. For example, you can say, a future plan, I will travel to London next year. Prediction, it will rain today. And also, in this case, this part, I will have I will have computer classes at 11. Those are like plans, okay? Will is used, remember, for promises, for plans, or for future predictions, okay? And also we have be going to. Be going to is used when you want to talk about plans on or intentions in the future. Okay, plans or intentions. Okay, plans, something that you have planned, for example, since yesterday. Okay, so this is used when you want to talk about plans that you have for the futures. Okay, for example, look at here. Look at here. We use be going to. Remember that be going to, el verb to be has 3 different ways in present, okay? Am, is and are. Okay, that's B. I am going to. I am going to travel to London next year. I am going to. Yo voy a. Okay, another example. She is going to study French. She's going to study French next week. They are going to go to work in 5 minutes. Those are plans.